I'd say the way that we kind of define conviction is I'd say more so than other firms, very much care about the market, the segment, and the idea that you're building around. I think a lot of firms might, index more to founder or technology or team. We care a lot about the concept and the opportunity that you're going around. And so the way that we kind of tend to develop conviction is we do a lot of pre-work in a lot of the markets that we invest in. And so I mentioned there's kind of four key buckets that we're investing around. We have dedicated investors on our team that are associated with each of those verticals. And kind of their main job is spending as much time in that sector as possible, getting to know key stakeholders, executives, operators, kind of understanding where the key problems are. And then, we do a lot of pre-work and research in those areas to develop what we call a prepared mind. And the idea there is that, oftentimes before we even see a startup or a company that comes to us, we already have, a 40-page research report and, a kind of idea around whether we want to invest in that space or not. And if we do want to invest, what are the kind of key characteristics that we care about? So, that way, whenever we do meet a company and we're kind of going through, the kind of, let's call it the deal process with them, we oftentimes already have a sense of whether we're excited about the opportunity or not. And it can be a little bit more on, are we excited about, this team and how they're kind of going and tackling it? So that's, a big part of how we develop conviction. I think for other people, it can be different things. We do still invest in companies that are kind of going after opportunities that we maybe haven't thought about in advance. But in those cases, just because we've done so much work in these industries, we usually have an executive network that we can kind of tap into. And so we can try to develop conviction, in a few weeks process, but it's a little harder to do if we don't already have that prepared mind from before.